37 different things to do an upload. So this is on the top server. You can tell by the chat. And oops, I didn't mean to grab that. Let me go drop this back off real quick. So I've been messing around with mob farms all week, and I've been saying I was going to make a video on them for a while. So let me take you to my mob farm so you can see how everything works. And we're going to build one in creative because it's going to be much faster. I'm a hunter and I have a mining debuff, and it is absolutely AIDS. So this is what the setup consists of. This is your kill chamber. This is a manual kill chamber. Basically everything that's not a manual kill has been nerfed in some way, shape, or form, and we don't want to reduce our loot at all. Up here, very arena style. Run around here, mobs will generate. Just wait a minute, we'll see what they look like here. We're on the appropriate oh, we have mobs, they're just not visible. Lovely. So that's a reconnect. Hopefully this time we'll be able to see any entities. Rather unfortunate. There we go. Get in the pit! Alright, so originally I had doors and we'd go in here and just manually harvest all the time. But now we just use trap doors. And when they close back up, they close the water out. And now you have nothing going to bother you while you harvest your kills. And that's how it works when it's all finished and set up. Now this is going to take time. You're going to have trap doors, you're going to have doors, and you're going to need those. You're going to need ladders. You're going to want crates down here while you're mining so you're not going back up to the surface all the time. You're going to occasionally want to kill something to keep your sanity going. Unless you have a 0 sanity case, where I do not have that. This is 0% sanity at the bottom here. Yeah, there we go. That's a big boy right there. Those have 50 life, and I do probably like 3 damage a hit. They can hit you through this, but you can hit them through it, and with enough spacing, it's free. Ooh, close. Steel Falx is slightly better than a Blackguard sword based on just the way they function. I'll get into more of the mechanics here in the creative mode. There's a couple things that have to be done. Otherwise, you wind up with a whole lot of drifters in here. We don't really want to waste time on drifters. We don't even really want that nightmare shiver. But right there, yeah, there. That's the sweet spot. That's why we're doing this, right? Because the fact is that traders are expensive for anything you want from them. So you're going to need a mess of gears. This should produce 200 gears an hour. It is RNG dependent, so you could see 150, you could see 300. And the reason it's RNG dependent is because your bell and stilts shivers have a drop rate on rusty gears of 3 to 8. So if you had 8 and you were able to kill 50 in an hour, you could get 400 rusty gears an hour. So I don't think we're going to see that, at least with this setup. We're going to be avoiding using hot springs. Hot springs have a debuff. We're not going to be using lava. Lava can destroy the corpses, and we don't want that either. Oh, that's my buddy. He's on. And my mouse died. All right. Lovely. We just had to guess there. But there. Now I don't have to make lanterns. Boom. That's why we do this. Alright, that's super flat. That's super flat. Create standard. Let's just create it. We'll get in here and we'll get this mob spawner built really quick. I think in creative we should be able to do it in 10 minutes. This is simple enough that if you're already in iron or steel, you should be able to do this in an hour or two. Which, I mean, not bad at all, right? And as a bonus, if you kick around after we're done with the mob farm, I am going to make a drifter torture device just for the fun of it. Alrighty. I wish I spawned right on top of chalk every time I went into a world. Alright, so on up our map, you'll see a Y level keeps dropping. Right about here's the sweet spot. Huh. I've never used rope ladders before, so I took this opportunity. we're gonna set this up like that. We're gonna wall this in because if you were to drop into a cave while you were building this in your survival world, you're once again gonna you're gonna want to isolate you out. You don't want anything dropping down behind you while you're doing this, so. So it looks like the rope ladders are kind of janky, so probably just stick with wood ladders, and you can skip every other spot. But, I mean, if you really want to, you can make a fast drop right next to it. And then just put ladders on this side at the bottom. So in that case, we're going to wall up again. Might as well do it all the way, right? Oh, I didn't even go all the way. What in the hell? Yeah, it don't matter all that much. We're getting into the meat and potatoes of this. You're going to make a storage room here. This is where all your rocks are going to go. My brain. I don't understand why I can't just type after I open this menu. That's kind of annoying. Something like that. So come in, and then we're going to start with our pit. Want our pit about 3, 4, 5 high is fine. You want to stay about on this Y level. Five is really good. If you wind up with a cave around there, go fill that thing full of dirt. You want nothing but mobs in here, right? Okay, right above you, you're going to want like a window. And you'll see what I mean. This is going to be so you can make sure you can control when your mobs are coming through you. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could put doors in here or whatever. I'll grab some andesite and put it back here. Maybe somewhere you could put a couple of chests here. Dig that out a little bit. Not too much though, because you want to control where your drifters are spawning, right? Right here. This is going to be all trap doors. Right here, you're going to have a trapdoor. This should be enough. You want your trapdoors to go up or down that way. It just needs to be against that face rock. So I believe water flows 6. I'm going to double check that real quick. You don't need to do it to 6, but you might as well. The better your pit, the more mobs that you can get inside of it, that's going to be really strong for you, for your spawning. But we're not gonna worry about it too much, right? Okay, so this makes everything go to here. When you close these up, sorry, my mouse keeps dying. Want them this way. When those are closed up, you'll be able to see the water does not come down here. You're going to want a light somewhere, probably right here. Won't interfere with your spawn rates too much down here. You don't even really need a trap door here. It's just old precautions that we had. Because you can come in here and... Sorry, I'm fighting a dying mouse. This is going to be really, really annoying. You can either chisel these or you can platform here. Let's just stick with slabs. Because until you are temporally unstable or in a temporal storm, nothing can really spawn on a slab. The other thing is your mob farm will double as a panic shelter for you during temporal storms, right? Because everything is going to be out here. And like I said, there's a lot more to it. We'll get more into detail here in a minute. Let me show you how you chisel these. I'm going to do basic minimums here. Except for when I destroy everything because I'm an idiot. But you can make this really fancy like I did or whatever. Sometimes creative is not always the best for everything. But you should be able to take this top quarter off of each block. Nope, I'm a liar. We'll go back and fix that. It's not quite the quarter of the block. But once we get quite a bit of it back here, you'll see it'll stop flow of water here in just a moment. this should be enough that when you're in there that you can still flip your trap doors. I like them better the other way. I had them set up at the other house, but beggars can't be choosers. It would be a lot of chiseling, but let's do it anyways. It's not going to be a lot of chiseling. What am I talking about? This way they flip up. We're going to want that for sure. And the reason why is because you can close them from here. Chisel it up, make it pretty, but essentially you just want to be able to see through it and be able to fight through it. And you don't want anything to be able to come through it. Giggity. Okay, so that's your trap. That's your trap. Easy setup, just a little bit different than I had at the house. This is the part that's going to take you all the time, because you're going to be constantly making a farm here. And you're probably going to expand it 100 times. See where it starts getting like under the bed dark? That's how you know you're doing it right. You want it to be under the bed dark out in these corners. Ignore the blowtorn. He's inconsequential for sure. I've also considered trying a tunnel system, but the last time I did a tunnel, we had issues where everything was kind of just getting in the way. Get a little sanity back here. You can use lanterns while you're digging this out. And if you use the lanterns, it's going to make it where you don't have as many spawns on you until you're insane. Hey, look at that. There's a nightmare shiver. If you're seeing nightmare shivers, you're in the right place. You didn't go deep enough if you're seeing only deep and tainted, etc. But what we're looking for is stilt and bellhead. If you don't have stilt and bellhead, you're not deep enough. Go deeper. Bellhead. Boom. You're in the right place. This is the boring part of the video. You got what? Just because I've never tried them. Let's try them. I've tried ore, so what's the damage radius on that? Blast radius 4, perfect. My buddy Nova would say boom. If you have these, perfect. If you don't, oh well. Crazy. That's not a radius of 4. Because that's 3 right there. Right? It says blast radius of 4. There we go. But still, it's not quite what it says it is. It's a lion thieving fool. Well, I don't think I will be using stone blasting bombs in my survival gameplay, because that was utterly pathetic. I'm going to need therapy after how terrible these are. Definitely not 4. I would have been faster mass clicking. Yeah, don't believe that I can recommend those. Those need work. They blast up, but we don't really want up, okay? Like, you don't want that. You don't want that at all. You want this too high, and I'll explain that. The reason you want this too high is so it doesn't spawn Bowtorns, and then when you're insane and it spawns Bowtorns, they're useless. Okay, next thing's next. We don't want all this shit in here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a spot to use as a moat. It only needs to be 2 down. This will be something drifters can't get out of. So we have 3 space there. We want to follow it over here too. That way we don't wind up accidentally digging into our pit for our shivers. Because all we are after is shivers. We want to make sure the AI still paths us. So we'll put a couple of these bad boys up. And then we're going to open them. And then, you guessed it, a second moat. We don't want to fight drifters. Drifters don't drop anything good. Until they put the double-headed drifter on the regular spawn list, we don't want to fight drifters. And for that fact, we don't want Bowtorns on our spawns either, because Gearfoot doesn't spawn down here either, right? So those would be another special Bowtorn. Last thing. This helps prevent escape. Alright, back on the surface. Slash game mode 1. So now we're on survival. We're going to keep the admin blade though, because fuck it. They should have despawned, that's crazy. So even if you set it up where you can attack through here and you can't get your trapdoors because you didn't want to do a ton of chiseling, what you can do is you can come down here. Drop your bodies in. And if you're getting some sort of problem, like kind of how we're getting right here, this is because of the doors, okay? So I will once again say, hey, maybe not doors. Mine, everything, including that one, is up and everything's kind of chiseled to match it. So let's just say, if you just say no to the door, no to the door, no to that trap door. Put another block right there. Go in here real quick. Fix this crap. Sorry, wonky water physics. So now you go this route. Let's kill him. I mean, you can get really serious with this too, so the water doesn't come back at you. You could go like this. We can make these things super smart. It just takes a little bit of effort. And I've just been kind of messing with this all week. Now, just gonna get rid of that one for now, so I can do that. And now it's just wait. That's all you gotta do is wait. I hate that. Boom. Like I said, get you a couple chests in here. With the overlap stone that we have up there, we don't really need the trapdoors, but I try not to deviate too much from what I know. Drifter's stuck in the moat. We don't have to deal with drifters. We're just waiting for shivers to spawn. You can run around like this and wait. There might be too many shiver corpses. Definitely expand it more than this. And if you fall down with this setup, the shivers can't follow you in. So... Hey guys, if you're just viewing this, I will be posting this as a live replay. It's just how to build a really efficient mob spawner. If you've gotten this far, I have this on the top server. I am Arcadria on the top server. You're more than welcome to come use it and try it out on the top server if you play there. Other than that, just we're just kind of chilling, waiting for things to fall in our hole. If they fall in our hole. Well, we can make things fall in our hole. The bodies will just fall through that gap down here for an easy harvest. Easy peasy. Now, I promised to make a drifter torture device for anyone that stayed. I've been thinking about this one for a while. When I say for a while, I mean like 10 minutes before I got home. Alright, so I want a lantern so I can see. Clear glass slab. Large wooden gear. So it's double geared up, so takes it from 1 kern to 5 kern to can't even fucking remember. Not enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do 8 to be safe. I think it's 5 rotors total for the double up kern. I don't 100% know, so this will be good for me. Oh, that started it. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, they always are. They always are, man. Honestly, it's like this is more for fun than anything. But you know, torturing drifters is always fun. I have enough to do this in survival. But just you know, your regular old common surface drifter here. There you go. Drifter torture device. As long as you're around him, he won't despawn. He's stuck in there forever. That's about everything I had. I'll jump back over to the tops and just so anyone that's joining us here can see that we do have that mob spawner. Yep, no mods, no mods. I use like some client side stuff to see wind and like heads up display. Occasionally, I'll convert the units back to Fahrenheit because you know I'm a stupid American and don't know Celsius all that well. Yeah, so this is where we at. We're at Lynn. Yeah, I actually I don't normally do creative. I'll do it basically to mess with like wind power stuff. But this is like where I've been working for forever. I got two areas on tops I've been working on. This is my home here, and I don't know if you guys don't like moose the way I don't like moose, but this is my moose internment camp. My elk keeps sneaking down to eat their food. Got garden and crap all over there, but I actually have two windmills set up currently. One is sitting up there, and I actually brought the other in from the other side of the mountain so I didn't have to stare at it. So I have quad helve set up, geared up twice. I have quad steel cap pulverizers. And this is a really messy room, I'm sorry guys. But I was learning on survival. I didn't do much in creative to learn on the way. My actual mob farm is a lot crazier than the one I did in creative. The biggest problem is I have an iron mine over here to the left, and it sometimes steals some of my spawns. But here's what it looks like in create. This is, like I said, this is survival. I just sit down here naked and fight stuff when I want money. And up here, like I said, you're gonna want to make it bigger. It's under the dead bark, under the bed, dark everywhere. Super cheesy. And if you play on tops, man, just hit me up. I'll let anyone come in here and poke around. I don't care. It's all about having fun. Booger. It's alright, there's the big papa. The big thing about that water is that water forces them to us. So we get to just relax, right? And we don't have to... Yeah, it took a... I caught a couple of Discord discussions talking about the Y level for Bell Shiver and Stilt Shiver. I said, oh, at some point I'm going to make a mob farm, and then I'm going to show people how to do it. Because, honestly, cave diving is pretty dangerous. I've had a couple of holes down on the south side of the server that have taken me all the way to the mantle. And at the mantle level, it's even worse because it doesn't spawn your big ones, right? So we can sit here with the trapdoors open and kill and have everything drop, but you can close these off. It'll knock off the water downstairs. Boom. 4 rusty gears, temporal gear, flax fibers. For the not so green thumb, flax farm. And this farm is pretty big out here. See, there's a stilt crawling over there. I like the gear on their head, man. I am lagging something fierce. Me and the server, we lag. We lagging. We lag max. The other big boy is back. It's on like Donkey Kong. And honestly, use the temporal gear and set your spawn right here. Don't worry about your sanity. Just keep killing. Every time you kill something, your sanity goes back up. As long as your sanity isn't terribly low, you won't have things spawning outside of your designated area. You'll have an occasional straggler. It is what it is. Whoops. I'm naked. No nutrition. Didn't lose any armor because I'm naked. Your clothing will get battered too, so keep that in mind. It's best to do this just completely naked because all it takes is one screw up. And I don't know about you guys, I absolutely love just destroying my armor for free. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. I don't delete videos either, so it'll be here. I'll change it to say live replay. That way it's easier to find. I'll just call it Tops Mob Farmer or something crap like that. Once again, you chisel the top of these blocks so you can close those. Come down here. Now nothing can bug us while we're harvesting. It's a lot of time investment to set it up. And yes, you're not going to be getting any of your ruined stuff. But if you need lanterns, or you want to get your first Forlorn Hope, or your Blackguard armor, or you just want to buy some furniture, or whatever, this is probably the way to go. And I hope this is better than everybody's 30-second shenanigans on shorts. Because, I mean, I get it. Shorts is the way for the Minecraft generation, but I feel like you guys want some meat and potatoes. So, if you're up here, there's also a Terminus teleporter. Come on up. We keep that shit stocked. Coordinates are in the upright if you want to come